Hey, what's up guys? Luce is back. So we're here on another project. So let me break down the plan here. So in just one quick tip, we're in a commercial building. So one thing we always have to check is the panels. Like for example, this one right here, it's a Delta panel, has a high leg. It's a three-phase panel, has a high leg. So we gotta make sure that we just need 120, not 240 or 208. So first, you always want to use your flute tester digital. If you have access, if you have one. So we're gonna check the legs here. So let's do this instead. So right here we have the first leg. We have 124, 124, and it's the high leg. And the high leg, they usually label it as with an orange label. It's 215, so it's 208. So that's why you have here like this breaker is kind of random. So it's these two are 120, 120, 215. So this one is it's a 24208 service, 2420. So it's like an AC up there. So I'm gonna I have to make sure that I use this leg right here. So I need to go. You could use A and B, not C. So I'm gonna set up my breaker. A, B, C, A, B. So I can set up there. Let me just give you guys a game plan real quick. So we're gonna come out off of this panel, running half-inch conduit coming from the top with a miter sub because because the whole purpose of the miter sub, so water will seal it from the water. So we're gonna run a half-inch conduit from here, going straight up. We're gonna run it all the way to the studs there, to the top against the wall, straight up, straight against the corner, that little tucked into that corner, straight down, make a 90 here, and we're gonna set up a plug right here. Probably gonna try to keep it close to here so it won't be. Yeah, it reaches. So we're gonna set up a plug here with the GFCI. So we have our stuff here. I like to gather everything first just to make sure I have all the materials other than going back and forth. We have a half-inch conduit, our anti-connectors, our Myers hub, our GFCI, our 12-gauge wire, THHN, black, white, and green, our bubble cover, our bell box with half-inch holes, our breaker, 1-hole straps, have 1/2-inch bender, our laser. You don't need a laser, but might as well use it. I have it. I have my KLCO kit. Any stuff I like to put it in there, or if I need any more cables, I'll grab from there. My bandsaw, my bags, my drill, and my typical my everyday setup here. So let's get on it, and I'll walk you guys through it. Very important. I'm just gonna set up my breaker up front, just because, so like that I won't forget. If I get into it, then I forget where's my high leg, and I don't want to have any issues. So here, I already set my breaker here. Let's confirm. Let's turn it on. Look at that, 120. Perfect. So I'll turn it off, and that's where I'm gonna land my circuit. Okay, so this is where I want. This is where the laser comes in handy, because I just set up my laser where I want well, not too close there, because I need to open the LV. So I think right there is good. I'll do it there. I think that conduit's gonna be in the way. Yeah, I'm gonna hit it. Because I don't want to come out too far out, just because there's already a lot of conduits. It's gonna look kind of ugly. But I think I'm gonna have to bring it up to here. It is what it is. So I could clear that conduit. Alright, that's where I'll set it up. Alright, so right here, like I mentioned in my previous videos, I like to do my offset, measuring it 4 inches, then another 4 inches from the first mark, so it's 4 and 8, and then that's gonna be my offset. And then where I want my box, let's go ahead and measure this too. Let's spin the whole pipe one shot. So you can see we're at 90. We want our box. It's our box. Okay. We want our box to be here, right there. So we're gonna give it at 75, 90, 75, 75, 75, and then we go back 5 inches. So dumb of 75 to 70. So first let's do our offset. Okay, we'll set up. I like to set up the mark where it bends, so right there. So put it sideways like that. Then you know what? To make things easier before starting, you kind of through time you gotta get already a good eye for it. But before I used to always mark my center. You know that that's your top too. So that's your center, and that's the top of the offset. So you go down, kind of feel it already, a little bit, not too much. And then you turn it all the way. Set up, then your other mark is in place. Just the opposite. You turn the pipe all the way. You can kind of see it. If you want to confirm, you flip it, and you can see your center mark. Yeah, it's pretty good. So right there. So we're good. So the pipe's gonna be like this. That's our offset. It's confirmed. Here we're good. So the pipe's gonna be coming here. So gonna you want the 90 to go this way. So I just turn it like this. I remember our first mark. Where's our measurements are all the way back here. So it's our first mark, second one. So the first one always goes in the back. But your mark, it goes to this arrow. To make a 90, it goes to that arrow. Right there. The arrow. And then you just have to look at your pipe that you offset. It's facing the proper way. Which is you want it for it to go like this, up, like this. So you should be able to see it. Right there. Bend it halfway, put it on the floor, then finish it off on the floor. You have your level, roll it. Okay, so we did our bend there. Now with the connector, so it's easier to put it on now than later. I already put in the connector because I already know that it's gonna work. I trust myself. I'm gonna prepare my bell box too already. I'm setting up the little ears. I don't know how you call them, the little ears in the box. Okay, so let's put on our KO seals, the hose that we're not going to use. See, like for example, I need one more KO, so you know, so I'm just going to get it from my little kit that I have here. Because technically, you should install your box 4 before doing anything, but I already know, I kind of trust my work. I already been doing this for a while, so I'm kind of planning everything beforehand. Okay, let's get the pipe in there. It always gets a little bit tricky when there's already existing conduit. Okay, there we go. That's already one. That's exactly what I wanted. So here, let me get my final strips. That's a cool thing about the laser. Kinda exactly where I want it. this level. There you go. See you guys. There you go. It's label. Let's put another strap. See how my offset is. It's good. It's straight. That's where I wanted it. I'm gonna just strap it against the studs up there. Pretty tight place. So we do this right here. The technique that I learned through time. There you go. Alright, so we can continue the pipe. We're gonna put a coupling. Another piece of pipe. Alright, we got our conduit in there. Push it over there, so I'm gonna connect this, connect it to this first. Sometimes probably easier if you just remove the whole thing here. That's good too, because you make sure that you don't damage the little yellow gasket, whatever it is. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna add another coupling right there. Just need to add one small piece for there to here. And we're good with the strap, with the conduit. Alright guys, and as far as strapping, just want to kind of throw this in there. I think EMT by code is no more than within 3 feet on the electrical box, and from there it's every not exceeding 10 feet. So right here, you're just gonna just do your best judgment. You want things to be well strapped and secure, so you don't want to do them too close from each other. But at the same time, you don't want to do them too far. As long as by code, as long as you don't exceed the 10 feet, you're good. So for example, me, I'm gonna place the strap here. Guys, I like to use this small drill, the Milwaukee. It's pretty strong. It even has hammer drill for this type of small jobs, like just to make a hole. And this is when it comes in handy to have a laser, because you literally just set up your laser. And then you just kind of set up your, I already checked down there's nothing that I might damage, nothing's in the way, so one end right there. So I want my hole, then the pipe's gonna go straight. The only thing that I'm just gonna have to do a little kick there, so make sure I make the hole enough for it to clear this. It's an inch and a half. That's the edge of my hole, inch and a half. So like this, inch and a half. So I'm gonna do that 2 inches. Okay. Inches. Okay, we can remove the laser now. Make sure that there we go. Alright guys, this is a good thing about having the laser. So I just set it up, lined up with the connector. So from here I already measured the center. So there's his self level. So I already measured from there to there. So right now I'm just gonna bend my pipe. Wait, this is marked this way. First mark, yeah, first mark is in the back. It's gonna be like this. So just remember, so we want it to have a kick here. So we're gonna make a kick. So we'll measure like 8 inches. Wide 8 inches. To be honest, I just gonna go my best judgment. Just like this. So we want it to kick this way. There. So no, wait. I think it might be good. So once we have this, it's what we need. Okay, guys, I already measured it. I measured it from the top to the connector. It's 25 3/4. So it's a little tip here. So you just measure it from here, and you just measure 25 3/4. That's how you know that you're cutting it properly. Or just push the pipe against the wall. That's another trick too. If it did a good job or not. I could turn this off. Oh, great. Looks up alright. Alright guys, so I'm done with the pipe. Came out perfect. So let me just you might say, well, some people might say, hey, you don't have a strap there. Remember what I said earlier, the code is within 3 feet. I already measured it from there. There is 3 feet right there, so we're good as far as strapping. So let me just show you guys here, we're level. That's level, we're dead center. Then here we're level 2 center, so we're good. You see, so what I did, I measured it, I had the laser, so I did my 90. Obviously I measured it from the top, and then I gave my 8 inches and I did my kick there. I did a kick just to clear these pipes here, so the pipes go like this, kick, then 90. So I cleared these 2 pipes here, which I could have done a little bit less, but it's good. So there you go, with the pipe work with the miter stuff, because it's going from the top straight. We didn't waste any pipe. Full pieces, pull into our box. Now we just pull our wires up our breaker. We're golden. Alright guys, so right now I'm feeling a little bit lazy. Nah, I'm just joking. I feel like it's gonna go. I don't need the fish shape. I think it's just 290s. I think I should be able to push a solid wire. And oh yeah guys, you guys should get one of these ladders, Warner's Old Blue electrician job site ladder. They're great. They're expensive. They're like 3 times as more than a regular purple ladder, but you could just, it has these holes here for the wire. So yeah, I really like that. It's pretty neat. So anyways, let's make this see if it's gonna go through. Alright guys, I had to go and get my fish tape and it go through, so I'm by myself. So we're gonna pull the wire for this. Guys, don't be lazy. See how much faster it is? Doing it the right way. I was trying to pull it without the fish. They're trying to be lazy, but lazy always they're always the stronger. Oh. Alright guys, we're almost done. Just gonna add a plug here. I like to do the hook because like it press down into the screw very good, other than just pushing that in. Has happened before where I go and check a plug that's not working. It just slipped out. The wires had slipped out. Got that in there. Okay guys, so we got those hooked up. We got our neutral here, got our hot right here, we got our ground. Let's go and test that sucker out. And you always want to test your, even though the lights are on, but you always want to test it out. It's good to see the actual voltage. That could confirm to your client that it had 120. There you go. Good to go. Okay, we're gonna put our cover to wrap this up. There you go. Just gonna get my label maker, label it, good to go. Alright guys, so to summarize this, so we got the water pump, we labeled it, that's our circuit. We ran out pipe. So here, dedicated circuit for the sewer pump, and we got power, and that's it. So there we go, that's the job for the day. Hope you guys the pointers off of the video. Remember to subscribe to help the channel. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Loose it out.